When you get a night transition in Majora's Mask, everything appears to freeze, including Link. But not quite everything freezes. Mr. Cheese figured out way back in 2021 that there are two categories of actors that do not freeze during a night transition cutscene. These are the item, action, and the door categories. And it's been known for a while that you can achieve SRM using night transitions because a Deku bubble is in the category item action. It will continue to inflate during night transitions. It will run its code, it will update like normal, and it will eventually pop. And because Link is frozen during all of this, none of his update code is running, and his pointer to that bubble actor stays open. So, in theory, after that bubble popped and deallocated, if you spawned another actor, it would allocate into the same memory address where the bubble used to live, and as soon as Link's code starts running again, that actor will suddenly snap to Link because it needs to be near the Deku's mouth. So we know we can get a Deku bubble to pop, and if a new actor spawns, then it will snap to Link. Okay, how do we get an actor to spawn during the night transition cutscene? Remember, most things are frozen, and we have no control of Link, so how do we get any actor to spawn? Well, one such example is the actor for Woodfall Temple. The whole thing is one actor, and there are other things such as the slope behind it that are also an instance of that actor. But the temple itself, when you raise it and you watch the cutscene, it actually spawns a Deku Flower actor right near the end of that cutscene. It's the one that you use to get back from the dungeon to the platform. And luckily for us, the Woodfall Temple actor is in the item action category, so it won't freeze during a night transition cutscene. So if we can get the Woodfall Rising cutscene to play at the same time as a night transition cutscene, we can spawn a Deku Flower actor during that night transition cutscene. So to string it all together, we need to play Sonata and then pause buffer to delay the cutscene while we prepare a Deku bubble. When we're ready, we let the in-game clock advance to 6 PM, and so the night transition cutscene will play, and also the Woodfall Temple Rising cutscene will play, all at the same time. Because Deku Link is preparing a bubble, eventually in that cutscene the bubble will pop, the memory for that bubble will be freed, and eventually at the end of the cutscene with the Woodfall Temple Rising, that Deku Flower that spawns in will allocate into the memory and snap straight to Link. The position and the orientation of the flower depends on Link's position and orientation in the cutscene. So you can see it's sideways because I released it mid backflip. And this is indeed the flower that would normally be right near the entrance of the dungeon. You can see it's not over there at the moment. And this actor does have collision, of course, so I could get on top of it. And it has collision on top and at the sides. So if I try and walk into it, I'll get crushed by the collision at the sides and respawn. So I'm also going to show now what happens if you go into the cutscene on a different backflip frame. So this is a frame where Link is pretty much completely upside down. And I'm going to go through the same process, and you'll see that in this scenario the flower is closer to the right way up. And in fact, if you try to prepare a bubble without doing any backflipping, the flower will spawn in completely upside down and immediately crush Link because the surface of the flower acts as a ceiling at that point. So yeah, you can see it now. I was in a later frame in that backflip, and so the flower is now in a more usable position. So I can bury into it just like any other flower. Anyway, I thought this was cool. I thought I'd share it. Yeah.